Hey, what's going on, guys? Doom here, and there's a few things I wanted to talk about before I jump into this syncing tutorial. And the first thing being, I'm sorry this didn't make it out yesterday. I got caught up doing some stuff, and I wasn't able to make it and get it uploaded. So I'm sorry it's a day late. I'm trying to do these every other day, but I get caught up doing some other stuff. So I'm sorry about that. The second thing being is the view botting on my channel, whatever's going on. I just want to make sure you guys know that that's not me. I don't know what's going on. My last two videos, the Twixtor tutorial and the How to Make a Montage episode 2, both got like ridiculous amounts of views, and there's people commenting on it saying it's view botted or whatever. I mean, in my opinion, it does look view botted, but I can assure you that it has nothing to do with me. I don't even know how to do that. So yeah, don't believe what they're saying or whatever. It has nothing to do with me. I don't even know how to do that. I wouldn't jeopardize my reputation for a fucking view bot to get a few thousand views, of fake views for that matter. Like, what? I don't even understand the point of view botting. Like, it just seems retarded in my opinion. But and the third thing is, I had a few people asking me about my desktop wallpapers that I have. So I link the people who make these for me. They're all Myth designers who make these. I usually will try to have some different ones that I'll switch on and off between every tutorial. But you can find a link to their channels in the description of every video, so that you guys can, maybe if you guys want to purchase some graphics from them or whatever, you can go talk to them. So make sure to check them out. And yeah, I guess let's jump right into the syncing tutorial. I do want to say that before you watch this, if you haven't watched my Twixtor tutorial, to please watch that first, because this isn't in depth talking about how to use Twixtor. This is just syncing with Twixtor. So I highly recommend watching my Twixtor tutorial first. There'll be a annotation on the screen right now, the top left of the screen. If you go ahead and click that, it'll open up my Twixtor tutorial in a new tab, and it'll pause this video, and you can watch that, and you can come right back here and watch this afterwards. So let's jump right into this, guys. Here's the example of what we're going to be doing today. There you go, and there's another kill after this. I just kind of cut it off, and there's no editing done to it. This is just pure syncing. A lot of people wanted to know how I sync to the beats and everything, and I do this 100% with Twixtor, so I guess let's get into this. This is just a new composition, nothing's in it. I just got this song that I'm going to be using. Let's go ahead and get the clip in here. It might take me a second to find it. There we go. And I have gunshots in there too, but I'll get those in a second. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this. For the people who don't already know, you should know this by now, but you never use the game audio. You use your own gunshot sounds. And that's kind of something else I wanted to talk about. Is I was thinking about doing like an editing pack for 2K maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I could give you guys that I think would really help you out. I don't know. I could give away some CCs or some color corrections and some gunshot sounds that I record myself, and I don't know, maybe a couple cinematics. I don't know, whatever you guys want. If editing pack is something you guys are interested in, then I can definitely make one for 2K. I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with that. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. So the first thing I'm going to do is I just scaled that up and I muted it. But I'm going to go through. I'm going to find every spot where he shoots. So I'm going to find every shot, and I kind of have these marked out, but I don't know. I didn't really do anything. So there's a shot. So I'm just going to duplicate that. I believe this is a shot marker right there. I'll just cut this here. I believe this is right here as well. For the people who don't know how to open up a waveform on audio, you just double tap L on your keyboard, and it brings this up so you can see all the beats and everything. Okay, so yeah, this is another shot right here. I'm just gonna find the shot. Right there. Oh, no. Trim. There we go. I believe this is a shot right here. This will be the third shot. This one. And I'm never going to say that the way I do it is the right way or the best way, because honestly I don't know. That's not really the point of this. The point is for me to just show you how I do it. If you guys, you know, have a better way of doing this, then by all means go for it. You know, I'm not making you guys do this. I'm only showing you how I do it. You know, this is just my own way. So if you have a better way or you like doing this a different way, then go for it. You know, I'm just trying to help you guys out and kind of show you what I do. Maybe you can learn a few things from what I do and you know, kind of execute it and implement it into your own way of doing this. So now I have just the 4 shots. I'm not going to do the last shot. I don't really care. You guys will get the point. So I have the shots on all these beats. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. I'm pretty much just going to replicate exactly what I already did. So if you should have watched my Twixtor tutorial, because I'm not going to get into this. But I'm going to start the Twixtor right here, and if you've watched my Twixtor tutorial, you'll know why. So I'll go ahead and I'll add Twixtor to this. You got to make sure and put it on 59.94. Image prep, contrast, edge enhance, inverse smart blend, and you up this to 100. And like I said, I talked about this. It's an in-depth Twixtor tutorial. I really suggest you guys watch that. So I'm going to go ahead and keyframe the speed at 100. I'm going to hit U on my keyboard to bring up the keyframes. I'm going to go 1 frame ahead. I'm just going to put it at 5. And this is syncing with Twixtor, in my opinion, is all just a numbers game. Just guessing random numbers and trying to figure something out that you guys like. I know a lot of people don't like this sort of syncing that I do, but you know, whatever, it's the way I do it. So, and then so this is all Twixtor at 5. So I'm just gonna go like 5 frames before the shot. So like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go here, and I'm gonna keyframe this at 5. I'm gonna go to right here, the frame before the shot. I'm gonna figure out what speed I need to put this to get to the shot. So I'm guessing it's gonna be around 300. Okay, so it's gonna be even a little more. Probably gonna be more than 200. I'm gonna bring this forward 1. There we go. So now you got, you know, the 5 to 200. It gets fast right before the shot, and that's why I already laid these shots out right here. So bam, right into a shot. So we're done here. I'll go ahead and move forward, and you can add Twixtor to this. Now, some people might ask why, like, I don't know, why I don't just copy and paste Twixtor to each one of these. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but when I copy and paste Twixtor to another clip, it crashes my After Effects. I don't know if that happens to everyone or why it does that, but I have to go in and do this every single time. So, alright, sorry about that, guys. You'll notice a little cut in the video. I just had a phone call, so I just cut that out. So back into what I was saying is that, yeah, Twixtor crashes my computer when I copy and paste it, so I have to go ahead and do this and change the settings on it every single time. It does become a little annoying, and it does take quite a long time to sync the way I do, but in the long run I feel like it's worth it, and the finished product is worth it to me. So now I have Twixtor on this, and I'm not going to Twixtor it until after he comes out of the scope. And I talked about all this in my syncing my in-depth Twixtor tutorial. So I'm going to keyframe the speed at 100 right here. I'm going to go a few frames ahead. Let's see, I might even do this a little earlier. I'm going to go here, put it at 5. I'm going to bring this back and maybe this forward. You'll notice you'll have a little ghosting down here. I put black bars, so that'll cover it up, so I'm not really worried about that. And then I have a beat right here. Now, these shots right here, if you can listen, you'll hear that it's a real hi-hat sound. It's a real high beat, and then these are kind of lows. And that's what I'm going to sync the movement to, and I'm going to put the shots on each one of these higher beats. So right here is actually one of those higher beats. I'll as you can hear. But because I just had a shot right here on the drop, I'm just going to go ahead and sync movement to this first one. But this is all personal preference. You guys can mess with this. So this is kind of my little keyframe example, or how I sync to the beat. This is what I do. So I go right on the beat and I keyframe it at, well, for me it's 5 right now, and then I go 1 frame ahead and I go to 500. I go 1 frame ahead, I keyframe it again so it's at 500. I go 2 frames ahead, 2 frames ahead, and I go back down to 5. So this is going to be different for everyone. I'm not saying that that's the best way to do it. I'm just saying that's how I do it. And you know, if this is, like I said earlier, this is all kind of a numbers game. So maybe these numbers don't work out, like the 500 doesn't work out, and you get a, like where it jumps to, there's a lot of ghosting or whatever. Just play with the numbers, do whatever you want. I usually do on the bigger beats, I'll make it jump more, and on the smaller beats, I'll make it jump less. But it all just kind of depends. So don't just use my exact numbers. You know, I'm not saying this is perfect. So here's another little beat, and we're gonna go ahead and just do 500 again. And this is obvious. I can tell already this is going to be off. I'm going to go back to this one since this is kind of a bigger beat. I'm going to up this to 700. I get a little bit of ghosting right there, but I'm not going to worry about it, just for the Twixtor, or for the tutorial's sake, so it doesn't drag on. This is still a little off, so I'm going to up this one a little as well. I'm just going to put them both at 700. I'm trying to get it to where he's bringing the scope to his eye. So that's still off. I'm just going to keep upping this until I get it to a place where that looks pretty close. We'll up this one. There we go. Now we got him bringing a scope to his eye. There we go. And I'm just gonna go straight from this keyframe, straight from right here where the jump is, and I'm just gonna eke it in to the shot. Now this is all, like I said, this is all personal preference. I can't stress that enough, that I want you guys to go and do this however you want to do it. I'm not saying to copy me exactly. Please just experiment. You know, that's how I got to where I am, is just by experimenting. Like I said in one of my previous tutorials, is the best way to get like used to After Effects and good at using After Effects is just by opening it up and messing around in it. You know, like, you're not gonna hurt anything. You're not affecting anything. You know, you're not gonna break anything. So like, why not just go in and mess around? You know, like that's literally how I learned pretty much everything. Is I just went in and I messed around and just figured things out without watching tutorials. Or I would watch a tutorial and then I would kind of take his idea that he gave me and I would implement it into my own and kind of change things to make it my own idea. So now I have this shot, and then I Twixtored it coming out like I always do. There's a little beat right here that I'm going to jump to. I'm just going to do the regular 500, 1 keyframe ahead, keyframe it, 2 ahead, 5. I'm probably going to have to change this. In fact, it looks like I'm definitely going to have to change it. But let's see. And it looks like there's another beat right here. Yeah, it looks like there's a bigger beat right here. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to make it 700. I'm trying to make this so it doesn't drag on forever. Okay, so you guys will get the point. I'm just going to copy these keyframes so you can just click and drag over these and hit Command C, and then wherever you want them you just hit Command V or Control if you're on PC, I believe. So now we have the scope coming to his eye. I'm going to up this a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. Good enough anyways. Okay, I was checking to see if there's any beats right there. Doesn't look like it. So once again, I'm just going to go like 5 frames ahead. So I'm going to go like right here, keyframe from that, from 5 to whatever number makes this work. So for this one, it looks like it's going to be pretty large. I'm going to go back down to 400. I'm going to drag this back 2. There you go. So now I have it going into the scope again. We already have this lined up because I lined it up in the first place. So now we have that. There's only one more shot to go. So on this shot, I noticed that there really wasn't. You'll notice it goes kind of soft right there, and there's kind of some voices. So what I did, because there's no beats to sync to right here, and there's kind of a lot of movement and stuff like that, you'll see him moving. What I did is I Twixtored this, and this is kind of an example of something I wanted to talk about. I don't know if it's Black Ops 2 or if it's After Effects CS6, but you'll notice something in a second, and this has been happening to me. I don't know if it's CS6 or not, though. I haven't went back and tried it on CS5 to find out. But for instance, right here on the shot, this one I'm gonna Twixtor on the shot. So I'm just gonna put it at 300. I'm gonna go ahead and I want to start Twixtoring it like here, or slowing it down, I should say, to 5. And then you notice when I get in here, it's gonna go blank. Look at that. See how the frame just stops. It just freezes. And I don't know if that's because, and then it'll pick up again. And I don't know if that's because something with Twixtor and CS6, or if it's something with Black Ops 2 dropping frames, like the frame rate drops. I'm not 100% sure why it does that, but I might as well cover this now and address how to fix it. All I literally do is I just copy this. I get rid of the Twixtor. I find that same place, so I just, match it up. It's probably somewhere right around in here, it looks like. Maybe here. There we go, it looks fine. And then I just start the Twixtor on it again. To 5. It has something to do with right at the beginning, because it always happens. You'll notice this wasn't happening before on any of the other clips until I did the fast motion right away, where I sped it up right off the bat. And then when you speed it up for some reason, it tends to do that, and I don't know why. If you guys know why, let me know. I've never really went in detail and figured it out. I always just do what I just did to fix it. So I'm going to go ahead on this. The shot is up here. Yeah, the shot's up there, and this appears to be a beat. Okay, so I'm just gonna keyframe there. We'll do 500. It might be too much though. I'm not sure where this shot is. Well, it looks like it's gonna be about right. You'll notice this part of the HUD coming in, or whatever you want to call this. Sometimes those can be really annoying. In this case, it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but sometimes these can get really bad warping around them. I have another little beat right here, so this one's really, you can barely hear it, so I'm just going to do 200, and then I'm just going to go 2 frames ahead and put it at 5. I'm not going to do the 500, 500, and then 2. I'm just going to do 200, and then, so it's just a little jump. I might even up that to 300. There we go. And then I'm just going to slowly, actually on this one, I'm just going to go 2 frames ahead, like this, and I'm just going to up this a ton. 500 might be enough. Actually, yeah, it looks like 500 might do the trick. We'll try 600 and see. Yeah, so we'll leave it at 500. There we go. And then we have our shot right here. And then all I did on this, I did kind of the same thing. I put Twixtor on it. Well, this can become really tedious and annoying. Go 1 frame ahead. and I'll do 300. And I want to start the slow-mo over here, maybe here. Bring this back one. There we go. And it's gonna freeze again. You guys know how to fix that already, but I'll go over it again. You just copy this, get rid of the Twixtor, match it up. Should be somewhere in here. Looks like it went a little too far. There we go. Add Twixtor again to 9.94. There we go. And on this one, I went down to, well, it says 5, but I know I went down to 3. It doesn't really matter. And for gunshot sounds, you can just go ahead and add those in now. So I have my own that I've made right here. I'm just going to add them in. Bring up the audio. Oh, look at that. Pretty much synced itself. We'll trim this down because this has a few shots in it. There we go. So here's, well, we'll just go to the first one. Put it there. You want to go in and make sure this is all lined up. Sometimes you want to make it like a frame ahead depending on when the shot starts and everything. I'll just go ahead and duplicate this. I'll find the next shot, which is right here. Not duplicate. Bring that over. Next shot's right here. Duplicate, bring that over. Next shot's right here. Duplicate that, bring that over. Now I'm not doing any audio editing. Sometimes I would edit the gunshot sounds to make it sound better with the I don't want to do this on full. We'll stop. So I can't promise this is going to be as good as the example, but we'll try it anyways. I'll RAM preview this on half, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, sometimes I would change the audio or mess with it a little bit to make it sound better with the song. I'm not going to do any of that right now. This is just a syncing tutorial. So I'll stop this and I'll come back when this is done and you guys can see the final example. Alright guys, I'm back and this is done rendering out or RAM previewing, whatever you want to say, and we're just going to watch it real quick. So I was a noob and I didn't sync on the drop. I noticed that after I did it, and I just did it on all these beats. That's fine though. You guys got the point of the tutorial. It's not that big of a deal. Typically I would sync the first shot to this first beat, whatever. I don't know, I guess I spaced out. I'm not really used to doing tutorials, so I'm still kind of getting used to this whole thing. Maybe I'll revisit syncing in the future or something like that. It wasn't exactly like the example I showed you, but you know, I tried to do these as fast as possible, and even this is probably dragging on. So I'm gonna wrap this up now, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys want me to do for my next tutorial. I'm not 100% sure what I should do on my next one. So and don't say color correction, guys. I know you guys want to see color corrections. I'll get to that eventually. I'm working on this color correction right now for this is the motion tracking that we did. I'm working on the color correction for it right now. You know, I'll get to it eventually. It's something that I'm kind of waiting on doing. So, you know, we'll get to that. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to do. I know a few people wanted me to do a trap code form tutorial, and there was a few other things, so maybe I'll do that next. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you guys want to see, and until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.